Hey everybody, it's been a long and productive week. Busy, but productive, and I'm very happy to be able to end it with the meeting of another major milestone on this custom building build. I have completed this side, at least on the first floor. So previously I finished up the motorcycle shop side for now, and now I have the ice cream shop side done for now. And I say for now because I still will allow myself to make changes in the future if I want to, if things end up not just sitting well with me in my mind. But for now, I am satisfied with what I've come up with and satisfied with how everything has gone together. You can see more of the details on the inside, of course, from above. Now the back wall was pretty much finished the last time you saw, and I did change out the spacing of the dispensers a little bit, brought those together and just used the gray bricks behind there. I feel like that looks much better than what I had before with the staggered look. And then over here in this corner, gosh, that's really tough to see off in that corner, but underneath the stairwell there's a storage freezer back there. So the idea is that all of these little containers or chests down below that have the white fronts on them would be small freezers for quickly replenishing supplies, but there's a bigger one underneath the stairwell, and that has a door on it which can actually be opened up by the figure, and that just kind of closes off that corner. And now the stairway itself is actually more permanently attached. It's still not 100% permanent, and I finished off that wall, so I just continued the colors around from the back wall over to here and used the white inserts for the window sills for the inside, just to kind of match the styling, the paint job that's been done over here. Need to push that. Oh, you see that? See that there? It's bugging me. Back there, down there. That's a little bit better. But I got just a little bit more splash of color on that wall over there. Of course, it is tough to see it down in here because the walls are a little bit on the tall side for figures, but I think it's appropriate. I think it has the right amount of airspace around there. And there are figures who are purchasing things and who are really excited. A number of kids in there. I've used some new and some old pieces for figures. I'm always happy to keep diversity going, just switch around between male and female, different hair colors, different ages, different eras of parts for figures and for everything, pretty much. And I just have a consistent pattern going for the floor. It's not a perfect checkerboard, it's like a slanted, slant offset checkerboard. I don't know exactly what you call that, but it's consistent across except for the rainbow at the, not really a rainbow, but rainbow-like band right at the door, which matches the colors, or pretty much matches the colors on the walls. And then out front, I switched to just a plain checkerboard there, which kind of speaks to the checkerboard on the inside while also kind of merging together with the red color that's kind of native to the building, which the tenants don't have any ability to change. It's just part of the building that isn't within the purview of their lease. That color is not going to change, but it kind of merges together, provides a little bit of blending between those two, and also the gray will be a little bit less jarring going from my light bluish gray sidewalks that I have into this. I feel like that's just a little bit of a transition there. The thing in the window over here is a retro style game sprite character thing from an arcade game where I guess it's like a Burger Time type of game where you're supposed to get all of the scoops of ice cream in order. There may have actually been a game just like that, now that I think about it, with ice cream and all, but this was not really inspired by anything real other than sprites having low resolution. And I just wanted to put something there to add in a little extra detail at the front and to give it a little extra life and just have another little bit of reference to a different part of life in a way, I guess. And that does it for this side for now. Got some of the tiling across the top to close that in. I don't know exactly how I'm going to blend the things right here, so that's why I've left that alone for now. what that's going to look like on the side of the stairwell going up, but that'll be, you know, kind of dealt with on the second floor. And the first floor of the motorcycle shop has not been changed, except for some bikes falling over because I've been picking this up, and actually have thicker than normal kickstands for a couple of these, at least a couple of them. All of them, all three of these have little extensions to their kickstands so they don't fall over completely all the time. And I just added in the rest of the banister for this stairwell. That was the last thing that needed to be fixed up there. And that does it for now. So I am now officially ready to start working on the second floor of this thing and the stuff that'll go up there. So the very next step here will be to form just the flat, you know, just to form the base itself upon which everything will be built. And then I'll have the cutouts for the stairs, and then I'll start working on the way to continue the shaping of the pillars, you know, the structural beams, and also some of the just for show, you know, some of the fascia, some of the design elements, and pulling that up. I just realized just now that I need to put glass into these windows over on this side, but the rest of them are filled in. But yeah, floor with holes, and then walls will be the next two tasks to take on, and then I can start worrying about what will actually go on that second floor. So thank you for watching up to this point. The feedback has been amazing. Your viewership has been amazing on the progress videos, and I'm looking forward to continuing at about this pace until I get this thing done. It's going really well so far. I'm enjoying myself. I'm really happy with how it's turning out on both sides. It's completely different styling and everything. Makes total sense to have two completely different types of buildings or of businesses in one building. That's super common. It's actually more common to have that than to have a complete building dedicated to just one business in the real world. These are both things that I wanted to have in my city, and have wanted to have in my city for a long time, and uses up a lot of parts that I have in excess, like bikes and ice cream parts and dark red, because my bin, my sorting bin of dark red stuff was so full I could not even close the drawer at all. So this has helped a lot, and more will be helped hopefully with the second floor, including using up a lot more of the parts that I recently salvaged from my wife actually taking apart the Ghostbusters firehouse for more dark red, more windows, and some other useful stuff. That's it for this one. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you again very soon.